There it is.
What's good? What's good? Welcome, 49 to Victory, man. It's your boy, Fight on Kristen.
And the co-host B Jinx, man, we got a special. Well, he's our weekly resident, Leon. Everybody know Leon. Leon from Tuff Style Cycling. Leon, my man, how you doing?
B Jenks, Chris, thanks for having me on, man. Trojan family, what's happening?
Most
Yeah,
definitely.
man. Hey, and everybody, make sure you know Leon got them top flight shades on for us today, man. He giving us the royal treatment, man. So I'll be giving him a hard time about it. So he be bringing it to our show now, and I definitely appreciate the love, man. We got a
Yeah.
little something you guys all familiar with. We're gonna bring out our wheel today. We're gonna go through the wheel of questions. The guys don't know something I was working on last night. Got a little different spin to it, but same rules apply. Everything is still the same, and so nothing is changing there. We're just trying to get more innovative with our technology and bring you guys some different things. Gear Ruiz, fight on, my man, fight on, my man. Uh, Before we dab right into the game, man, B Leon, you guys got anything that you want to mention as far as just what's going on with USC right now, as far as kind of slow in the recruiting? There are a couple people I know we made some offers to, but as far as this class, I don't know how much more we're moving forward or what we're going to do there. Oh, excuse me, I was trying to hold on to that sneeze. But anything you guys want to share on that front before we smack dab into it?
Well, I don't think it's too much going on the recruiting front right now. We're in the month of July, and it's kind of we're almost through the middle part of July, giving it head into August, man. It's less than 60 days. Well, actually less than 55 days before the kickoff. So, you know, um, right now, I think the players are in PRPs right now, if I'm not mistaken. They may be coming up on PRPs right now. So I'm just excited for that, man. I'm excited for the season to come on, kick off when August gets here. You're gonna see, of course, more of us, Chris and I, and of course, we always want to have Leon on the show. But yeah, I'm getting excited. I'm ready for the start of the season.
Leon, what you got, man?
I mean, like B Jenks said, man, it seems like recruiting is kind of slow right now. It's kind of boring, but I guess it's a good boring, right? I did read a couple of days ago where it looked like somebody tried to come after Honor. I think it might have been Texas or Oregon. No, Oregon, right? And he had to basically tell him, listen, I'm shut down, I'm staying home, leave me alone type of thing. I ain't trying to go jump in the swimming pool with Dan Lanning, you know what I mean? So,
Right, right.
and
Well,
the other good news that we heard is the Bloom facility will be opening up on June 11th for the players. They'll be moving in, and
okay.
they're gonna have like an opening ceremony sometime in August, like August 5th, I believe. So that's something
Okay.
the players are probably looking forward to. But like B Jinx said, I'm ready for the season to get here. You know what I mean? We got the game at the end of August, so it's coming up pretty fast. And I just can't wait, man.
One thing I wonder with the new Bloom Center, I wonder if they moved the sword. You know, the sword that everybody touched coming out to practice, since they won't have to walk across the street no more.
Hmm.
Hopefully, they either moved or built some type of new. I would say just move the old one because there's so much history, for them to touch when they come out of practice. I'm not sure if they did or not, man. That's one thing when I come to the game, I'm definitely gonna be checking out. But hopefully they do that. Man, you feel us ready to get into it?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
let's get into it, man. I want to echo what Leon was saying. Anytime you have a player of Arnold Johnson's caliber, teams are going to come after him, and this isn't the first time that someone has come after him. And he had to remind everybody that he had shut it down. I can't remember which team it was. Was it Texas?
It was
I want to say
Texas.
it was Texas that
No, it's
came out. Yeah,
He flew
Texas
the
came out.
helicopter down there.
Right, right. So his caliber, but I'm glad he decided to hold true to his commitment because you know Chad Bowden got that no visit policy, and Chad Bowden stands on business when it comes to it. So I don't think he would make an exception just because it's honor Falave Johnson. If he steps outside of the those parameters, it's pretty much a wrap. So I'm glad the kid decided to stick with it, man.
sure. So y'all ready to get into it?
Let's
Yes,
do it.
sir.
Leon, you're our guest, so we'll give you The first one. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
All right. 17. What position group? I'm sorry. Let me go back real fast. We know you got 17. Let me go back. I did a bad job of explaining. So we do have 4 categories tonight. One is heart over mind. One is you're answering if it's if you get a question within there, you're answering if it's your heart or your mind. The next section is lock it in. So I mean you whatever your decision is, you lock it in. It's going to be about the season coming up. The next one is blank, right? So when you answer July 20th for Bloom Center and Ribbon, appreciate you, Walter. Appreciate you. Blank, you're going to be answering blank and whatever the question is. So whatever the answer is to your question, you'll see as it come up. And then we have the let's debate section. All right, Leon. So you had question 7. You had question 17. What position group has to make the biggest improvement from last year?
I mean, there's several groups that you could talk about, but I think we all are on the same page when it comes to. Well, maybe we might not be on the same page, but I'm gonna start with the defensive line, and the thing I'm referring to is stopping the run. The 2 games that stick out, we all talk about all the time. I think we were talking about it prior to coming online tonight. Oregon game and the Notre Dame game. But back to Notre Dame game for a second, I believe we did hold them under their season average. So I think they still had like 175. I think Oregon averaged almost 200 yards a game on the ground. So they did hold them under their average, even though Chris is going to say, oh, they still averaged 5 yards a run. Chris actually averaged only.
Leon, you sure? I think Jeremiah Love had over 170 by himself.
I said Oregon, not Notre Dame.
No.
Oh,
Love had 200. Hey, Love had 200 by himself.
Okay.
Let me restate that so Chris can hear me clearly. The USC defense did hold Oregon under their season average. And I think they only averaged 4.4 versus when we played Notre Dame and they racked up over 300. And I think they averaged like 7 yards a carry. So, now, I mean, there was some improvement there. So I think going back to our last live, we talked about, I think overall for the season, I think people average like a little bit over 6 yards a carry or 5 yards a carry. And we need to see something around 2 to 3. So there's room for improvement there. But for me, I think it's the defensive line stopping the run.
All right. B, it's on to you. You ready? I like that.
Let's do it.
I'm pretty sure we all probably had the same answer.
Oh, yeah.
Either that or linebackers.
That's what I said. It could have been one or the other, right?
All right. Let's stop it.
Right. You ready, B?
Yeah, let's do it. Stop.
Well, you forgot to tell me to stop, so I would just.
I said stop.
Oh, that's a
typo.
Hey, you got question 19.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I ain't hear you. Okay, my bad.
Okay.
All right, question 19. So you're in the let's debate section.
Okay, cool.
What is the biggest reason to believe the defense will be better in 2026?
That's easy. We got a Hall of Fame defensive coordinator who brings in years of 20 plus years of experience of running a defense. He's put some big time safeties into the league. He has head coaching experience. So he's well equipped at putting guys in position. He's worked with 2 and 3 stars and made them very productive players. So I can only imagine what he's going to do with a room full of 4 and 5 stars at this level. He's a great developer and a leader of young men. So I think it's also going to spill over into Riley. A lot of him going to rub off on Riley and help him sharpen up his skills. When you talk about going against each other, sparring in practice, great mind against great mind, which in turn, make the players better. So that's my reasoning for thinking that, the defense is going to be a lot better than it was over the past. Well, at least during Riley's tenure.
Hey, Chris, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
B Jinx, what you
Yeah.
think is more, you think GP is more important than the players that we have having more experience? You have Thanos, Floyd, you have
The
guys
talent.
brought in like Alex and
Hmm.
Fisher. You know what I
Right.
mean? You got the linebackers having more experience. You got John Tess Williams over there, number one
Yeah.
cornerback in the transfer portal.
Yeah, I got
So
what
you
you're
see a
saying.
lot more players, a lot more dynamic
Yeah,
players with more experience.
Leon. Yeah, Leon. I do because you got to have a foundation to anything. When you're building something, when you're building up, a system, when you're building up an organization, you got to have a foundation. So you can have the employees, you can have the players, but if you don't know how to utilize them correctly, if you don't know how to motivate them correctly or train them properly, you're just going to have a bunch of talent flying around and hope, and you may pull out, some average to upper end games, but the big games that you need to win, no, you won't be able to win because more than likely the opposition is going to have better coaching talent than you. So I want to say, yeah, the foundation is going to be the coaching and not the players.
Okay.
Mm. All right. So I have lock it in. Question 6. USC will make the playoffs in 2026.
Mm-hmm. Answer the question.
Hey, Leon just started laughing at me.
Hey, I started laughing because we got to lock it in. This is, you know what I mean?
I'm locking it in that we do. I'm locking it in that we do. We got Oregon at home. We got Ohio State at home, right? I I'm a firm believer, and I feel to my core that Oregon is a definite win. I don't care what nobody say. I think we
Okay.
get it done this year at home. I believe, as you were saying, B, GP is going to make a difference, right? Just from
Right.
his knowledge of the game and how he was teaching these guys in the spring, right? All the nuances to his defense and scheme and stuff like that to confuse the quarterback. And we've been begging for somebody to stop the run, and that's day one what he wants to do, right? It's all
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all about leverage, right? Keeping more people, to the ball. I think we do. Indiana won the national championship last year, a good team. I just feel like so much of that core is gone. That came over with James Madison, that was in those systems. They got a quarterback in from TCU. Yeah, he's athletic. He'll turn the ball over, right? Um, they lost their top 2 stud wide receivers as well, their running backs, and so I even think that's a game that we can even get on the road. So I don't see us losing more than 2 games. I'm gonna lock it in that
I was about to say that, Chris. You know what you're saying by by saying you lock it in that we make the playoffs, that we win at least 10 games.
right.
That's what you're saying.
Yep. I don't see us losing more than 2.
If
Hey,
you had
did
to
you
pick the two, which two would it be?
If I had to pick the 2 because of
Yeah,
Ohio State
at the house.
and Ohio State's pretty good, man. They're loaded. I would if we beat Oregon at home. I think Ohio State is a better team than Oregon, especially defensively. Matt Patricia and what he did with their defense at Ohio State last year. I think they're legit, and they just reload with people that's actually in the system and that's been there. So if we had to lose 2, if we did, and I had to pick right now without seeing anything from the 26, I would look at that schedule and say Ohio State and Indiana on the road, even though I think we're gonna.
let me tell y'all something. Lincoln Riley is 50-7 at home at US since he's been at USC. He lost 5 games between the 2023 and 2024 season, going undefeated last year. So I think we go undefeated at home.
I was
So
going to say
my only thing is, like you guys gonna say, is a win is a win. It doesn't matter. But if you bring up all those wins and you see the San Jose States, I mean, all these not any good team that most of those wins was. I think the only two ranked teams that we beat at home in his tenure thus far has been Michigan and Iowa last year.
I was going to say the same thing, but going back to our way early prediction, I said if the two games we were going to lose, it would be Ohio State at the house and Indiana on the road. I said this, but I also want to consider.
You trying to say I copied you? Is that what you said? Because you said that emphatically. I said this.
Right. But I also want to consider that Lincoln Riley has looked good at the house. So, whether it's against as far as the record is concerned, not all the times we've looked good at home, but we put out the W, and that's what like Leon said, that's the only thing that matters is that you get the W. That's what Al Davis said. Just win, baby. Just win. So
and let's not forget, if it wasn't for that BS referee call against Penn State, that was a win against wasn't they number 1 in the country at the time, or they was like top 5?
I think they were number 4.
Or 4? That was a W. They called a BS pass interference call, remember?
I remember that pass interference. Yeah, I remember.
It was at the end of the game that kept the drive alive.
I remember that.
I remember the last drive on fourth down. I remember before that play. I remember before that play on fourth down, we had a wide open rusher who came through there, missed, and he missed an unathletic quarterback who can't run, and somehow he missed on the blitz, free run to end the game, and he completed it for a 15-yard first down. So it's a lot of things in the game. I remember
Muhammad, we still love you, baby.
Yeah, I remember a tight end who just went. I remember a tight end who just went completely mayhem that game.
Oh God, what was it? Number 44? It was number 44, right? Oh my God,
best tight end in the country that year.
You ready, Leon?
Let's go. Stop.
All right. Heart over mind. Number 3. Is this the most pressure Lincoln Riley has faced since getting to USC? This season, is he under the most pressure to make it to the playoffs?
Well, you just asked me 2 different questions. Which one am I answering?
You're asking is this
the most pressure Lincoln Riley has faced since getting to USC?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say no.
No.
Why not?
Because I think, number 1, that 10-year contract, he ain't going nowhere next year.
So I'm gonna rebut that.
Hold on, I'm not done.
I'm gonna rebut it, but go ahead.
I think that because of the contract he got, as long as he performs and the team looks good, there's no way he's gonna be kicked out. Number 1. Number 2, we've seen a steady progression of the team. Now, yeah, we've seen a 7-5 season, all that kind of stuff, but the team has looked progressively better every year. We've seen the talent getting better every year. Lincoln Riley knows who he is. It's not like he's Lewis Hamilton and he had 5 bad years and he's thinking about, man, I got to remember I'm a 7-time world champ. Lincoln Riley knows who he is as a head coach. He's a young guy. He's still learning. He knows he's the number 1 coach when it comes to quarterbacks, Heisman trophies, and all that kind of stuff, along with the Blitnikoff Award winners he's had. He knows who he is as a coach. I don't see Lincoln Riley feeling as though he's under much pressure, because I see him and he look real relaxed. We keep moving every year. Every year it's like, oh, he's got to beat somebody on the road. Now he's got to beat a ranked team on the road. Oh my God, here comes Iowa. They got the top 25 defense, and he smacks them upside the head. You know what I'm saying? Playing great defense in the second half. So I think he believes that he has the team to win this year, and all he has to do is just go out there and do what he did last year, and they'll be fine. So I don't think he's feeling any kind of pressure.
All right.
Well, I wanna rebut that. He has less responsibility.
That was hard over mine, by the way.
Yeah. He has less responsibilities, but as far as the pressure, they've invested a lot into the season, and throughout the last maybe 6 to 7 years, college football programs have shown that their willingness to get rid of these $100 coaches, no matter what the buyout is. If you look at a Florida State, if you look at your Texas A&M, If you look at your LSU's, they get rid of these coaches. I think, in addition, Lincoln Riley is not Chad Bowden's guy. So I want to say, even though he has less responsibilities from a front office standpoint, from worrying about having an experienced defensive coordinator, the pressure is on him for him to make the playoffs this season. He's going to what's his year 5? He's going into year 5, and he still hadn't touched the playoffs. And they've given him everything that he needs. Now, I'm pulling for the guy. Don't get me wrong, but I think this is going to be the most pressure-filled season because of the expectations, not only from the fan base and the former players, but from the front office as well. They got to see some. They got to see some meat on that plate this year, Leon. And 9-3, 8-4 ain't going to cut it. You got an experienced offensive line coming back. You got one of the more experienced, better quarterbacks. You got your depth on defense. It's time to show. It's time to show some results, my man.
Hey, B Jinx,
I have to lean towards Leon on this.
Okay.
He go 93 8-4. He'll be back next year, right? It has to be something, a total collapse of a 1 to 2, 3 win season, because you have to think about it. Chad Bowden got here in January of last year. Our NIL and all that stuff went together. Not making excuses, but that was kind of a pretty sure reset for him, right? I think when Bowden got here and NIL and all that stuff got together, we want to win now, but I think internally they know this was a 2 to 3 year process. I mean, the 26 class was the best class that I don't know we had in so long, and they about to play now. Like, they ain't seen the field. So if he go 9-3 again, don't make playoffs, I don't see him being under fire.
So let me ask both of you a question. In what year do you expect for him to make the playoffs? If not this year, is not an expectation for him.
We're not saying
it's an expectation. We saying if they don't go, that he's still a be here. Like that, they're not going to get rid of him after this year for that. For one, it's year 5. Now, if this was year 7 and it was only 3 years remaining to pay out that big contract, I can see that. But I don't see it being up to year 5, especially if they go 9-3.
And that's what I was going to say, Chris. The first thing, you got to remember, those first 3 seasons, they didn't give him money like he should have had. So Oregon and Ohio State and all those other teams were collecting blue chip players. USC wasn't doing that. They didn't have the money for the Bloom Center. Like all the stuff that they probably promised him, they didn't give him coming in the door. The only reason why we really won is because we had Caleb. You know what I'm saying? And then number 2, damn, I don't forget my number 2 was. But that's the biggest thing. Hey, listen, I've had a couple concussions from accidents and and playing football.
Well, we got it. We got it, Leon.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. We got a lot to get. All right, you ready, B?
Yeah. My turn?
Yeah.
All right, stop it.
All right. Question 14 in our blank section. Blank will be USC toughest game in 2026.
Ohio State. Ohio State. They got the deepest roster. They got an experienced coaching staff. They've recruited well. I know over the last decade, with mainly a lot of recruits out of California, but they're a pretty disciplined team. They're decent at quarterback. I didn't say that Sayin was a world beater, but if you look on the outside, their skill positions, their running back to their defensive line, they're pretty much stacked. I want to say that just a potential matchup that you could see in the playoffs. In a playoff game, talk about Ohio State. I'm not saying that they should fear those guys. They definitely should fear them. And the good thing about that is our team will have all the confidence because they're playing at home. For some reason, they play a lot better at home than they do on the road. So that's the one silver lining I see in that game. But I think Ohio State is going to be the toughest game.
let me ask you a question, B Jenks, with those Ohio State has recruited very, very well, but losing all those starters from last
Right.
year's draft and bringing in players that probably haven't played as much. It's almost like we're banking on potential that they're going to be great,
Okay.
right? That's like
Okay.
banking on the potential of our 2026 class that hasn't even played yet, right?
Well, here's the thing. They stacked up well, and they do a great job at developing talent, especially along that defense and that defensive line. And like I
Yeah.
said, in the skill positions.
And
Well,
their potential been in college
yeah,
longer than
yeah,
they're
yeah.
not
One thing about that is you have to say the same thing for us. With with what we lost on the outside. With Makai Lemon and Jacoby Lane, we got a lot of unproven talent as well. So, in my opinion, Ohio State is going to be a well prepared team. Now, again, I'm pulling for SC to win, but I can't deny that what they've done in recruiting and development. They're one of the top tier programs that put a lot of talent into the league, and then they got a lot of coming back. When you talk about the Jeremiah Smiths and the what's the running back's name up there? Is his name Bo Jackson?
Bo Jackson.
Yeah, Bo Jackson. The offensive line and especially that defensive line. Their defensive line is going to be, top 15. I know.
So, Leon, who you think the toughest game is? Because it sounds like you got a rebuttal to Ohio State being our
I don't know
toughest
if I
game.
had a rebuttal. I just like they lost 11 starters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of experience, a lot of playing time, a lot of great players that they lost off that team. You know what I mean? Versus what we have coming back. So that's why I was just I don't know. If we're talking like that, then I'm gonna say Indiana
On the
away
road.
is a tougher game. You know what I mean? Everybody keeps moving, like I said, moving the goalposts. We want to see SCB the ranked team on the road. They're going to be a ranked team on the road, and versus USC playing very well at home. I think Indiana might be the tougher
Let
game.
me ask you a question: who lost more starters, Indiana or Ohio State?
I think Ohio State did.
Did they? I thought
they lost
Indiana
11.
lost the most. I thought Indiana lost the most
Let me
starters.
see. 8.
They only lost 8,
Yep.
but they
All
lost their
right.
quarterback though.
Who
Yes.
go is
Their
it?
quarterback. They lost their quarterback though, right?
Quarterback, wide receiver, cornerback, running back, another wide receiver, tight end, their center, and linebacker.
I just place a lot of emphasis, a lot of value on a starting quarterback, especially in a conference like this.
All right, man. We're gonna keep moving because we got a lot more to get through. Who? That was your question, B, right?
Yeah.
All right. So number 7. Why I got to keep locking it in? Week 0 versus San Jose State, USC defense will account for 4 more sacks and 2 turnovers. Lock it in. We better. I don't even need to explain this.
What'd you say? You
Lock
don't
it
need to go
in.
into the explanation.
Lock it in. If y'all want to say something
If
about
we
it,
don't get 4 more, we're in trouble. What you say? We're in trouble.
hey, I don't even got to go into no analytical detail about that. What you think, Leon?
Yeah, if we don't have that, I'm gonna be upset. It should be more.
What
I
you
want to
got,
look
B?
at this question that of course I think we're in trouble. That's a preseason game against San Jose State. But Walter Clark says, how well does OSU, I guess, do the West Coast?
They haven't played well in the Coliseum. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? They were coming to the
I
Rose
think the
Bowl
last
a
time
lot.
they came to the Coliseum was 2008, wasn't it? That was Mark Sanchez last season.
Yeah.
What's
What's going on,
What's going
Hal
on?
Free? Walter Clark, fight on. Appreciate it. Our boy J Dub is in the chat too, man. Shout out to you. All right, Leon, you ready?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Ohio State 6-1 since 1993. Stop.
Got you. All right. Let's debate. Who's one player the national media is not talking about enough on USC team?
My guy,
Who is that?
Desmond Stevens.
I had a feeling he was going when he said
Desmond Stevens?
Yes. Listen, man, I got him as an All-American this year, bro.
Uh-huh.
I don't listen. To see his progression from playing safety, wide receiver, and all that in high school to moving to linebacker, 6'3", 240, the man can run. And him getting better coaching this year, I think he's gonna surprise a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, knowing that he was hurt a lot of last year, didn't complain, we didn't hear about it. All he did was go out there and work. And he had some good games last year. He had some bad ones, but he had some good ones.
Mm-hmm.
He also played 11 on 15 on 8. When you got your defensive tackles pushed back in your face and you got to fight your own teammates off and the line to the tackle. I think he's going to have a better year.
Gotcha.
Gary, give me a 23 jersey. Let's go.
You ready, B?
Yeah, let's do it. Stop.
All right. Let's see what you got there. 15, you're going to be in. Oh, you got another one. Fill in the blank. Blank will be USC most impactful portal transfer.
The wide receiver. What's his name? Anderson?
Terrell Anderson.
Terrell Anderson. He brings over a lot of experience, especially at a position of need that we desperately got to have when you think about the amount of production that they're left out. And Jacoby and Makai Lemon. So we got depth. I'm not saying that we're gonna have depth, but we don't have proven depth. You talk about the amount of snaps that Chinook Hines and everybody else has between them. You know, we got a bunch of unproven freshmen that's coming in. I'm not saying that they're not going to be great when you talk about the Trent Mosleys, the Booby Features, and the KDWs. I'm talking about even with the guys in between who we got coming back from last season. I want to say it's the Utah transfer from what's his name? What's the guy's name that came from Utah? I think he's coming back.
He's the wide receiver, number 0.
Yeah, the wide receiver. So
Zachariah
Williams, right? So I want to say it's going to be Anderson. He's going to be the most impactful, but we definitely need him to step up and take that leadership role because Chinook Hines is only going into his second season, and he was the third option last season. So more than likely, he's going to be the first option, and they're definitely going to game plan for him because of what he put on film against TCU. And in some of those, in some of the games during the season, but he definitely in the Oregon game, but he definitely put college football on notice against TCU. So I'm going to say it's going to be Anderson.
Who you got, Leon?
Alex.
Me too.
Defensive tackle from Michigan State.
Defensive tackle.
Man, I went back and looked at his highlight film. Something I posted on 3. I went and watched that against the run. Man, he get off me, double team, get off me. So I think Alex.
All right. Who's it on, Leon? Nah, B, that was your question.
It's on you. Yeah, it's on you.
17 already been asked. 14 already been asked, and 15, so I can't even take one in the middle. All right. Question 10. Let's see where we at in question 10 is going to be lock it in. Why I keep getting all the lock it ins? All right. USC defense will create more than 20 turnovers in 2026. In 2025, they had 20 total, 12 interceptions, 8 fumbles. I'm locking it in with GP scheme and the way he confused quarterbacks and have different pressures. And I'm gonna go with this year. We're gonna beat our turnover margin from last year. I'm locking it in. I believe in GP in this game.
What was our turnover margin from last year?
We had 20. It's up right there. We had 12 interception, 8 fumbles.
Okay.
That we created.
that we created. Okay.
You locking that in, B? I know it ain't your question, but I keep getting locking in. Y'all gonna have to lock some in.
I think yeah, definitely with his schemes and the amount of pressure that I think he's going to generate off the edge. Yeah, I think definitely we get more than that. More so fumbles than anything. Than I think picks.
Leon, what about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna lock it in. I see the defense being more aggressive this year. None of that 12-yard cushion from the cornerbacks. Yeah, I think we're just gonna be more aggressive and make more plays.
Got you. All right, Mr. Leon. It's on you again. You ready?
Stop. Stop.
All right. 16. Let's debate. Give me one thing you think USC fans are too optimistic about going into this season.
All these freshmen starting. It's fun. It's funny because all we hear from USC fans, like as soon as we got the 2026 class and Jamie on, Luke Wayful, the next Mike Bowers, Trent Mosley,
Pepe and Cola J.
Cola J, yeah. All we keep hearing about Cola J is going to start. Luke Wayful's going to start. Like I sat here and remember watching a video of Vlad Ikonov, stopping Luke Wayful on a one-on-ones, you know what I'm saying? A freshman. And I'm like, we have to remember there's some grown men on this team. There's some guys who've been on this team for 3 years, who've been in the weight program for 3 years and got grown man strength, grown man speed, and they've been playing college ball for a little bit. So I just think sometimes the USC, it's like when you get the new car, you get your new C8 Corvette and you don't want to drive a C5 no more. You just want to get in the new joint. So I think we need to slow down a little bit and slower horses on them freshmen, man, a little bit. I think they're gonna contribute. They're gonna contribute a lot. I don't see a whole lot of them starting though.
Well, I would have to say, as far as the freshmen are concerned, I think we do have expectations because the caliber of talent that we brought in, right? So yeah, you mentioned the Cola J's and the Pepes, especially along that offensive line. If we can get our ones and two, or our freshmen get to where our freshmen don't have to play and we can redshirt them, I know it'll be good to get them some clock early in the season, what I like to call the preseason games. But I don't want to have to bring in no true freshmen and put them at left tackle against an Indiana or against even against a Penn State, with the amount of schemes that Lynn know how to cook up. So at a cornerback, now you're going to have the exception, one or two exceptions. There's just going to be, those, gifted athletes when you talk about a Booby Feaster, even a Rock Hill. But if you got to start, if you're in a position where you got to start at least 7 or 8 freshmen, then I think your program is in trouble. That's just my opinion. I'm talking about true freshmen. Then your program is in trouble if that many are starting. Chris, you there? Hey, Leon, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think Chris has some problems on his end.
I'm there, man. I couldn't get off mute for some reason.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So it's back to you, Leon.
No, that was mine.
Yeah, it's on me. All right. Stop it.
15 and 16 already been taken.
Not right now.
Stop it.
19 already been taken too.
All right.
All right. You ready, Leon?
It's on me, Chris.
It's on B
me.
Jinx.
It's on me.
Oh, no. Oh, I keep saying Leon. I don't know why I thought that was. All right.
Oh no.
Hey, Big Jinx keep getting fill in the blank. I keep getting locked it in, and Leon keep getting less debate.
Let's do it.
Blank will be the reason USC makes the playoff in 2026.
The defense makes a 180. The defensive line. Well, I want to say this: the defensive line, the pressure that the defensive line generates. I'm not worried about Lincoln Riley, even with the amount of newcomers he's going to have on the outside. And Lincoln Riley really loves his wide receivers. I think he loves them just as much as he loves his quarterback. So I'm not worried about Lincoln Riley being able to generate points. We talked about it off air. His thorn and his side has been his defense, even at Oklahoma. It has stopped Lincoln Riley from getting at least 2 to 3 national championships, right? But mainly up front. Chris, you said it before. If you can generate enough pressure with only rushing 4, then your defensive coordinator can get that much more creative, right, on the outside. So I want to say the D line will be the reason why USC makes the playoff in 2026. Defensive line play. Shout out to Cardinal and Bowl, man. Appreciate you stopping by.
And Half Breed, man. Half Breed supports everybody. We appreciate y'all. 14 has been asked, so I will take 15 been asked. I'll take 13 since it's the closest. Oh, now I got a 13 filling blank. Blank would be USC freshman MVP. Man, give me that young boy, that tight end that's out there looking like he can play in the NFL already. I'm going to go with our tight end. Yeah, I'm going to go with that's going to be my freshman MVP. I think he has a big year, man. A lot of times off that Trey counter look, we have broke down a video on that, right?
Right.
A lot of times those little 5 yards where we was hitting Walker Lyons and McCree in the flats, then those plays right there now can go 60 yards with his speed, his agility. I just expect a big year because we use the tight end a lot too. We like to do a lot of 2 tight end sets anyway. I feel like he's going to make the biggest impact. For one, I think he's going to have the most opportunity. I think that's the one freshman we probably all agree in that's penciled in as a starter, right? I feel comfortable saying that. So that's mine. I'm gonna go with Bowen.
Hey Chris, let me ask you a question. If Trent Mosley's the starter, who gonna get more yards and touchdowns? Him or Bowman?
Well, right now I got him penciled in the slide, but it's not a guarantee. If I had to put money on it, I don't gamble. If I put money on it today, I know for sure that Mark is starting at tight end, and that's why I went with him.
I see Bowman getting more catches than Mosley. I think Bowman is going to be more of a safety blanket.
Mm-hmm. All right, you ready, Leon?
Yes, sir. Stop. All
right, number 20. I told you, man, you keep getting the less debates. I keep getting the lock it in, B getting the fill in the blanks.
I think this thing is rigged like the lotto.
Yeah.
Fireball.
All right. Bob Springer, shout out, man. Fight on. Leon, what position group do you trust the most heading into 2026? Ooh. What position group you have the most confident in on the team right now going into? He threw his head back, B. He thinking.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm gonna say quarterback.
That's a good one.
We seen it, we seen the progression of Jade Mayava. I think he's going to be a Heisman candidate this year. I mean, if you look at his statistics, the most passing yards in the big, the best QBR in the big, match Dante Moore with interceptions. I mean, he has the ability to be the next Heisman Trophy winner coming out of USC. I think we all have a lot of trust in him, and I think we all think he's going to take another step in his progression to be one of the best, if not the best quarterback in the country. So I love our offensive line. I love our running back room, but I think this ship moves with its captain. So I'm going to go Jaden Maava.
All right, good pick. B, you had something different? You seem like you puzzled up there like you was.
No. Jay Maava been my pick for the last 2 years, man. So and I agree with him 100%.
Bob Springer said the running back room.
The running back room.
That's not a bad pick.
It's not a bad shot. It would be my number 2 pick. It would be my number 2 pick, the running back room.
Now, I probably would have went offensive line before running back just because of the uncertainty around Waymo and that ankle right now.
Well, let me ask y'all a question. If Jay Maava is a Heisman Trophy winner, but then we have 2 running backs that go for 1,000 yards, which one is the MVP? Which one is the guy that, which group did better?
The offensive line?
Yeah.
Hey, we got 2 backs go for 1,000 yards, and he's a Heisman contender. That means
I'm glad you brought that up, man. In the first 3 games, I would say that the first 3 to 4 games, I expect for each one of our running backs to hit 100 yards per game, especially the first 3 games.
So you saying putting up over 200 yards? You saying in the first 3 games, Jaden needs to be leading.
I'm talking about King Miller getting 100 yards per game and Waymo getting 100 yards per game in the first 3 games.
Man, I can see it happening. Cause King Miller gets 70 off one run.
right. He could break 70 on one run.
Yeah, break.
So hold on, real quick. Oregon averaged 198.6 yards per game last year. So our boys are going to do better than that. Average at least 200 a game.
I think I would say it depends on whether or not we down or up, and whether or not Riley hit the panic button and go away from the run.
I don't see Riley going away from the run. He stuck to the run last year, even when it wasn't working. Like even against Oregon and Notre Dame, we continue to try to run against those teams. I don't see him going away from it. I think we have enough, what you call preseason and games at the beginning of the year, that we should be able to pad the stats that at the end of the year we ended up.
But I also know this: Lincoln Riley is known for Heisman quarterbacks, and you can't get another Heisman Trophy one unless you throw in that rock. So we're going to Jaden Maava's last season, and Riley hasn't had a Heisman winner in the last this will be going on season number 3 now.
Yeah, I don't see him switching from what he did last year. Like last year, he switched from the year before, and we seen a conscious effort to run the ball and attempts and all that, and he stuck with it. Leon broke it down for us even before. We ran the ball more than we passed last year. Believe it or not,
that's true.
Like we did.
I agree with it. I'm just saying, Riley has had a Heisman Trophy winner for every 3 years.
Yeah, but in a different conference and a different style of play as well. So he's adapted to Big Ten play. Last year he adapted to Big Ten play, and it wasn't just that aired out. So he's grown as a coach. He showed me last year that, I mean, it was time that I was saying, man, forget what everybody else saying. Man, that line ain't opening up no holes, man. Chunk
throw the ball. Yeah, throw the ball.
Plus, you know what? We're gonna be on the live watching the game, and we're gonna be up 30-7. And I'm gonna hear Chris saying, "Look, GP's telling Lincoln run the ball." GP's.
All right. I forgot who had that last question.
I think it's my turn.
Okay.
Yes, B Jenks.
I just hope that stop. I just hope that Riley got in. Okay. Go with
You
working.
already
I
had
agree with
question.
you,
We
Bob.
already had question 7.
Yeah, just go with
All
the next
right,
closest.
you have question 5. So heart over mind. In the Riley tenure, USC is 6-13 versus ranked teams. 1-6 versus ranked teams on the road. In 2026, USC will be above 500 against the preseason teams that we see that's ranked per ESPN. So that's Ohio State number 1, Oregon ranked number 4, Indiana number 6, and Penn State number 17.
I said we're gonna be right at 500. If my prediction is right, I've said that.
So the answer to the question, it says USC will be above 500. So that means it won't. We won't.
No. I said that the floor is 10-2 and the ceiling is 11-1. I'm really on the fence with that Indiana game. He can get to 3-1 because of Indiana lost his quarterback. Depends on who how prepared Indiana's quarterback is. I want to go with my mind. I want to say 2-2. I want to say 500. So you don't get above 500 on against those ranked teams.
Come on, Leon. You itching to say something.
4-0, baby. Listen, Lincoln, like I said before, Lincoln Riley, 50-7 at home. We're gonna beat Oregon. We're gonna dog walk them. We're gonna beat Ohio State because I'm gonna be at the game, giving that extra energy. And then it's Penn State. Come on, man. We had them beat before. We're gonna go up there and exercise some demons.
That's the whiteout game.
I wasn't even counting Penn State though. I didn't even have them factored, so I'm automatically writing them down and penciling them in as a W. I was looking at those 3.
And Indiana,
and we got Oregon at home. So really, those 2, Ohio State and Indiana.
And like BJ said, Indiana, they lost their quarterback. I think we can get them. So we 4-0.
You think we can get them on the road, Leon? We think we can get Indiana on the road?
Listen, man. They said we couldn't beat Michigan. We should have listen. We should have beat Michigan 2 years in a row. We had them beat at the big books. I was at that game. We had them beat. Then somebody didn't want to play defense on that one play. I ain't gonna say no names. He in Oregon now. He didn't want to play no defense. We had Penn State. Yeah. Referees got in on that. Yo, we going 4-0, man. We going 4-0.
You was at the game. Did you just do a swanton bomb and jump out the bleachers on that pick 6 when we had all the momentum and came back? We threw that pick 6 at the big house against Michigan. Did you lose it,
bro? I wanted to jump on the field when that one defensive tackle didn't want to play defense. Because I know y'all see me on TV talking mad. Yo, I was going crazy. Man, listen, had me looking crazy out there, man. Anyway.
If we don't throw that pick 6, we win that game. I will say that. Even with us not being able to stop the run, because you got to think about it. I think Michigan threw it a total of 6 times in that game. That quarterback that they had couldn't hit the side. What was his name? OG or something like that?
Yeah, Alex Oregon. Yeah. That's embarrassing.
He couldn't hit the side of a barn, man. With a brick.
I will say this: that interception wasn't on the quarterback. Wide receiver.
He threw it off his back leg. I say it was on both of them, Leon. Branch didn't come back to the ball.
Around and was like this.
Branch didn't come back to the ball, but he also threw that. He also threw that off his back foot, man. So he was like falling. He was like falling backwards when he threw that pass. He didn't step into that pass.
Hey, B. Jenks.
Yeah.
If Zachariah Branch would have came back to the ball at a minimum,
I agree with it. I agree. Yeah. It would have been a bad at pass, true. But if Maul steps into that throw, that's a completed pass also.
All right. So me number 2, has USC finally become the kind of physical Big Ten team it needs to be? Yes. I've seen enough last year to know that we was heading in the right direction with how we run the ball. On the offensive side of the ball, I think this year we take that next step to where we're just not blocking people, but we're driving them into the ground. Defense, I think we have the coaching staff, Alex V, Jade, all our inside guys, our defensive line. I think they're going to be much more physical this year. And last year, to be honest, like we joked around. We was unhappy with a lot of the defensive line, but a lot of it too, man. If you just go back and look, because Leon said he was looking at the Illinois game today, and if you look at that game, Leon, what you will see too is a lot of bad technique. Like they were getting drove back so far is because they stand straight. Yeah, they were standing straight up.
Right.
Like the technique, and so now with a different coaching staff, and with GP and the attention to details and coaching and development. Yeah, we're there. We're going to be able to match the physicality. And where's Lincoln Riley against after we bullied Michigan? That's a physical team.
Chris, along with that, I know a lot of fans say, "Yo, if the player's not playing right, take them out." Here's where we do have some talented freshmen. If some of them guys on the defensive line, they just want to stand up and not do their job, we can pull them and put some talent in there.
And look, and some talent. That's where the depth come in. Not just talented freshmen, some talented sophomores. Right. Yeah, all the way around. All right, Leon, it's on you.
Stop.
$18 has been answered. 17 has been answered. 19 has been answered. 20 has been answered. Let's go the other way. 16 has been answered. 15 has been 14 has been answered. So we'll give you 12. Fill in the blank. Blank would be the reason USC does not make the playoffs in 2026.
Injuries. I think if we
Leon, that's a safe answer, Leon. That's why I be laughing. That's a safe answer, Leon.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm laughing.
That's a safe answer.
Don't do that, Leon. Don't do that, bro.
It's your answer, though. It's your answer. Go ahead. I just want you to know it's a safe answer, though.
I mean, it's an honest answer. If we have an injury to, excuse the grooming right here. If we have an injury to some key players like Jaden Mayava, if we lose like a couple big time offensive linemen, maybe a Tobias Raymond, maybe Elijah Page, and I'm not wishing this on any of those guys, then we might be in trouble. Because behind Jaden Mayava, we got a freshman who's never played college football, and then we got Sam Hewitt. You know what I mean? And I don't think Sam Hewitt, he's probably a good backup, but I don't think he's on Jaden Mayava's level. So, yeah, that's where I'm standing on it.
What you got, B? Since you said he's taking the safe answer, what's the not safe?
The same old, the same old situation we've always seen. The defense, the defense is just not improving, which means that it could potentially be a talent thing, an evaluation thing. So I want to say the defensive line. I'll be more specific. The defensive line. The defensive line. We're not getting any pressure off the edges. We getting back there in the backfield. We getting a couple of tackles for losses, but we're not getting that quarterback down. That's the main thing to do. Tackle. Don't get me wrong. Tackle for losses are good. They're a good thing, but it's more. I would rather have you get to that quarterback, because if you can get to that quarterback and hit him, then he starts to do what? That speeds up the clock in his head. That's what you want. I want to get to the quarterback. I'll take a tackle for loss, but if I had to choose, hey, let's let these rush ends tee off on that quarterback. So I'm going to say the defensive line.
All right, you ready, B?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Lock it in.
Okay.
USC will have at least 4 All-Americans in 2026. Last year they had 2 and 1 freshman All-American, so it was 3 last year. You had Mekhi Lemon, Bishop, and Jakeem Stewart, a freshman All-American.
At least 4 All-Americans?
Mm-hmm.
And last year we had how many?
You had 2 All-Americans and a freshman All-American, so 3 total, counting the freshman All-American.
Who I know
Bishop and Lemon was the All-American.
Bishop and Lemon was All-American. And who was the freshman?
Jakeem Stewart.
Jakeem Stewart. At least 4 All-Americans. I'm gonna say yeah. I want to say yeah. I think we do.
Name them.
Leon, he locked that in, Leon. He locked that in.
Name them. Name them, B Jinx.
If he can stay healthy, Waymo, um, Jaden, and on defense, I'm going to pick two off for the defense. Um, no, not him. Jade, and what's that? The kid that came from NC State. What was his name? Is he healthy? Who was the DB's name?
You mean from Iowa State?
Iowa State. Yeah,
John
Iowa State. John Williams. Yeah. Him. So yeah, I'm locking it in 4.
Okay.
Hey Leon, you like that Jade pick?
I do. He's got a shot.
Well, 13 has already been there. So 14. So let's go with 9. USC will have at least one player as a Heisman finalist. Oh yeah, I'm locking that in.
What you say? What now?
USC will have at least one player as a Heisman finalist.
Yeah,
I'm locking it in. Jaden Marvel gets to New York. If Jaden Marvel don't get to New York, King Miller / Waymo, one of them. But my pick is Jaden Marvel to get there.
Let me ask you a question. You think King Miller will have made a big enough leap as far as becoming an all-around back from last season to this coming season?
Yep, he's bigger. You know, they've been working on his pass blocking, receiving, things like that. What it's gonna come down to with Waymo and King Miller is that they're gonna be sharing the load, right? It's a lot easier when you're the main running back and you're the bell cow and you only getting a spill here and there. But I see them splitting the load, right? Like Eli Sanders and Waymo last year, when they both was healthy, they really did split the load. We didn't see a one back bell cow really until everybody got hurt and King Miller came in. And I mean, Jackson would come in here and there like every blue moon, but King Miller was the bell cow. But this year it's going to be a combined joint, and so it's a lot tougher to get there when you're sharing the load. So that I got Jayden.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think we have a bell cow at running back on our roster?
We got them two young ones can be some bell cows when they're ready. But I think King Miller can even be a bell cow this year and Waymo if they stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? But if both of them healthy, neither one is gonna have to be the bell cow because they're gonna split. Like King Miller was a bell cow the whole second half of the season.
He had to be. What you say? He had to be.
King Miller couldn't get a breather.
Hey, it was a couple games. You could tell he was gassed though, man.
Gassed. Oregon, he was gassed. You could tell he was. But I think he's a bigger, stronger player, and if you can actually keep him more fresh, I'll tell you like this: if we play our cards right, you could probably have 2 1,200-yard rushers this season. I mean, I really believe that.
Shout out to CEO Gatewood.
At the end of the year, yeah.
Hey, whose turn is it?
It's Leon's. You ready, Leon?
Well, there's only one more left, right?
Only thing for Leon. What's your official USC record prediction?
12-0. We going 12-0. I'm putting. What was my question earlier? Does Lincoln Riley feel pressure? I'm putting some pressure on him. We going 12-0, man. I don't see a team on our schedule we can't beat.
That's true. I mean, we could beat anybody on the schedule, but are we going to beat everybody on the schedule?
We play good defense. We got my man, you know what I mean, Mike Eckler coming in, straightening out the special teams, because go back and look at the Oregon game, the Illinois game, the Oregon game, and the Notre Dame game. Especially the Oregon and Notre Dame. We were either even or winning that game with our defense is playing bad and a special teams mishap, let them take the lead and run off with the game.
I'll say this, Leon. Our defense is one season away from being elite.
Nah, we're gonna be elite this year, man.
I don't think we're gonna be elite this season. I think our defense is one season away. I think we'll be good this year, and I think we'll show probably great at times. But I think we talk about being elite status. I think our defense is 1 year away from being elite, especially when you talk about the production on the corners and in the interior D line. Well, not the interior D line, but the linebackers. If we can get our linebackers up to speed and our corners, I think we can be elite. But I think it's going to take at least 1 year. I think these freshmen will have to grow up this season. And when they become true sophomores on the corners and at linebacker, when we can get our linebackers up to speed, I think we'll be elite.
AB Jenks, what's elite? Is it top 25? Is it top 10?
No. Elite is top 5.
Top
I
5?
consider elite defense top 5. That's elite.
Okay.
All right, B.
Yeah.
Pick a number: 1, 4, 9, or 17.
Give me number 9.
Oh, we already asked number 9, and I didn't put it in my notes.
I think we've done them all, Chris.
No, we haven't. I'm jotting. 1, 4, or 17.
Give me 4.
We just did that one.
Oh, we did, and I didn't write it down. So let me see. I think you got.
Well, give me number 1. Give me number 1 then.
All right. What is Lincoln Riley being judged on in 2026? Wins, playoff appearance, or a championship run?
At least the playoffs. USC is probably one of the few blue bloods that have yet to reach the college football playoffs. I mean, the playoffs, period. When you talk about going back to its inception, what was it, 2014 when they started the playoffs? I want to say it's the 2014 season when they officially started the playoff season. We have yet to go, and here it is going into the 12th season of playoffs, the championship bowl game, and we have yet to touch it. This is going to Lincoln Riley's 5th season. Now at Oklahoma, he went to the playoffs, but he has yet to do it at USC. So I'm going to say he's going to be judged on whether or not he make a playoff appearance. Me personally, he makes a playoff appearance, he's definitely safe for the following season, 2027 season. But I think with the amount of resources that they've invested, with the staff that they've upgraded to, even down to the support staff that they have provided Lincoln Riley, I think it's got to be the playoffs this year. It has to be, especially when you bring in your quarterback. This is your Jay Miles' last season, and he's the more experienced quarterback that's in the conference. Well, heck, even in college football itself, in the offensive line that he's bringing back, I want to say it's got to be the playoffs.
All right. Leon, last one. I'm going to give it to you if it ain't. I don't think unless I didn't jot it down that. Yeah, that's all of them. Yeah, that's all of them.
Yeah.
We've gotten through all 20. A lot of good answers.
Mm-hmm. No, most definitely. Definitely a lot of good answers.
Man, we can go ahead and drop that link. No Cardinal Bowl gonna hop in here, and let's see. I don't know how late he joined, but let's see what he.
I'm about to drop it right now. I'm about to drop the link in the chat. Go ahead and hit that link and come on up. Let me take this off of here. Go ahead and
I
hit
got
that
a question
link.
for y'all too.
Yeah, go ahead, Leon.
Something that this popped up, people are talking about. They ranked the top 12 coaches in the country. Lincoln Riley wasn't there. What do you guys say?
Top 12? I think he at least made. I think he at least made is worth of being in the top 12. Now, top 5, I wouldn't agree. Top 5, but top 12 definitely.
Let me see if I can bring up the list real quick.
Leon, that's what I was going to ask.
So here's the list. Kirk Signetti was number 1. Kirby Smart number 2. Ryan Day number 3. Marcus Freeman number 4. Dan Lanning number 5. Steve Sarkisian number 6. Lane Kiffin, number 7. Mike Elko, number 8. Kyle Whittingham, number 9. Mario Cristobal and Kalen DeBoer was tied for 10. And Dabo Sweeney is number 12. Now, we've had this discussion before about top 10 coaches and Lincoln Riley should be in it. And I remember B. Jinx talked about the fact that I think Dabo Sweeney was in the top 10, and Dabo Sweeney has 2 championships, right?
Right,
But
right.
a bunch of guys ranked ahead of him that have never been in a championship game or won one.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
sure.
because the last couple of years Clemson is on the downhill slide very bad. But
Yeah,
I got a
but if
problem
you
with
won
them
a
putting
championship,
I got a problem with them putting
people-
Sig Nagel number 1. I got a
But
problem with
here
that.
it is. Here what it is they're not looking at total body of work. They're looking at here presently, recently. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there's no way like Steve Sarkisian, I mean, they probably said he made a playoff. Lincoln Riley made a playoff. Riley made a playoff, just not at USC. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so they're looking at more recently, like Dan Lanning. A lot of people praise Dan Lanning. I don't seen Dan Lanning cause Oregon to lose a whole lot of games, especially in the Pac-12 when Washington beat them twice that year, all because of his decisions to not take points and things like that. I don't think Dan Lanning is that great of a coach. I think he inherited a good roster, good NIL, all that already. You got to remember, Mario Cristobal had Oregon rolling before he left for Miami.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, AB Jinx, I sent you the link. If you want to screenshot that picture and put it up in so people can see it.
You can do it, Leon. You just
you can do it, Leon. You can do it on your end.
You just hit screen share at the bottom. You see like a screen with a plus
at the bottom of your laptop. I got a problem with them putting Dan Lanning. I mean, not Dan Lanning. Kirk Cinetti number 1. I got a huge issue with that. This is you talking about a guy that's new to the party. He's new money. How you gonna put him over Ryan Day? Hold on, I'm about to add it. How you gonna put him over Ryan Day and who was the other? Who was the other year? Who?
Stop. My bad. I put it back.
Put it back in there. I got a huge problem with that. Shout out to OGD Lifer. Says Coach Witt, very good D coordinator, still learning as the head ball coach. Yeah, I got a huge problem with them putting Cinetti up there at number 1.
Wait. Is he talking about Michigan coach?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
If he ain't learned by now, that man 70, 80 years old.
Win now. Shout out to Byron Gray, man. Shout out to Byron Gray.
And I have to agree with Chris. Like, just because Dan Lanning is making the playoffs every year doesn't mean anything, especially when you get there and you get boat raced and embarrassed. He's had all this NIL money, bringing all these 4 or 5 stars in there, and he ain't converting to championships.
Bro, he's getting out coached in these games. That's the bad thing. Yeah. He's supposed to be a defensive guy.
So this list is just who's spending the most money and who gets to the championship game. Because we can say the same thing about Lane Kiffin. He's been given a lot of money. Is he converting? No. So
Kirby Smart, yeah, they got him over Kirby Smart and over Brian Day. I don't agree with that, man. The guy get one chip and all of a sudden, he's the greatest thing since Saban. I got a problem with that.
And here's the other thing too. If you take Ryan Day and how he performed against Michigan a couple times, if it wasn't for that, because if you remember correctly, before Ohio State won that championship game, they were calling for his job.
Yeah, they were. I remember them doing that.
And that championship game win saved him. So
he had lost 4 straight times to Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Mike Elko is a good coach. I don't know if he's the number 8 best coach. He did do good at Duke, right, with no talent and all that, which is what got him his job at Texas A&M. He did get Texas A&M and turned them around quick, but they got that oil money.
Hold on. Carlton and Bowl, welcome to the show, my man.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man?
Quick question for you.
And we
We
lost
you,
you,
Cardinal.
Cardinal. You still there?
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you
we
now.
can
Go ahead.
Okay. Quick question. Do you and you know might ruffle some feathers already? What do you guys think about number 9, Kyle Willingham?
I don't think he's a top 10 coach.
B Jinx. Well, I think he's a tough nosed coach. I think considering what's up there, I would have to say he's top 10. He hasn't had any problem with beating us. I can tell you that. I don't know how much is that saying, considering that we're just really getting the program back on track. But considering what's on the list, I would pick him over a lot of these coaches that's up on that list.
I wouldn't. I mean, looking at the resume.
Do they have Notre Dame's coach on there? Is Freeman on there?
Number 4. I was number 4. Number 4. But I'm saying, hold on. Let's with Kyle Willingham being over 9. I mean, Kyle Willingham ain't never made the playoffs. He ain't never made a championship or nothing like that. Kalen DeBoer has. Mario Cristobal has. So,
on top of that, Chris, when Kyle Whittingham in Utah would get to the Rose Bowl, they didn't perform well either.
At all.
So is their bar just beating us? Is that the bar?
well, no. You gotta look at his overall tenure at Utah though. What's his overall record at Utah?
But they're not looking at overall tenure, because if they're looking at overall tenure, Lincoln Riley has some more success than some of these people on this list, and
I think he should be on there. And here's the thing: I think Riley should be on there.
But they're not looking. They're not looking. Obviously, they're not looking at overall tenure and overall.
They can't be. It's what have you done for me lately?
Right.
Yeah, if that's the case, then okay, yeah. But you can't just take a season or two and then we're gonna crown Kirk Cinetti number 1.
That's what they did with Kirk Cinetti. He won.
That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I
don't either. Let me ask you a question.
But even if they do take it about what have you done for me lately right now, Kyle, like Cardinal Bolt is saying, Kyle Whittingham should not be number 9.
Let me ask you a question. Should Penn State's old coach be on this list? He had like what? 8, 7, 10 win seasons?
Oh, you're talking about that VTech. He had VTech now.
James Franklin.
Yeah. Well, no, because he has the stigma of the coach who can't win the big game, that they beat everybody they're supposed to, but lose to lose to Ohio State, lose to the big teams, what they did every year. So they're not going to put him on there.
He sounds like Ryan Day, just minus the championship then.
Cardinal Bowl, what do you think?
I think number 9. I think number 9, they're giving him the benefit of doubt that he's going to have better talent. And I think they're adding in some potential for Kyle Whittingham and what he should do at Michigan. Doesn't mean he'll be able to do it. Mm-hmm. But I'm always a little critical on that Utah history, because to me, their biggest claim to fame was always beating us, but they never represented the Pac-12 in bowl games. And that was my main issue.
What he's done with the type of talent. I was looking at what he's done with the type of talent he's had.
He's done less than his predecessor, because when his predecessor left that program, he left that program stopped, and his predecessor went on an undefeated season and had the number 1 overall pick in Alex Smith.
We keep dodging. What's Leon? What's Whittingham overall record? Let's go ahead and let's find out what his overall record is, because what he's done with the amount of talent, with the talent that he's had, I think this is just me personally. He's definitely better than 50%, at least 50% of this list.
He's 177 and 88, which is like 600%, 600.670.
Yeah, I take him over.
And again, you're saying with the talent he had, but his predecessor was getting the same type of talent come from Bowling Green and performed at a higher level than he did in any other season that he'd been there.
You keep talking about Urban Meyer, right?
Yeah, when Urban Meyer left Utah, he had took them on a
Meyer left Utah when he left Utah back prior to 2005, didn't he?
He left Utah and went. He left Utah and went to Florida. like Leon said, what I'm stating is that he had the same type talent in recruiting that Whittingham had at Utah and was able to do more.
Urban
More
Meyer wasn't in the Pac-12. He was in the Mountain West, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't count that. Come on, Chris. You can't
Kyle
count
Whittingham, the only thing he's really done is he was he won the Pac-12 twice in 2021 and 2022. He won the Mountain West in 2008.
Any Rose Bowl victories?
So Kyle Whittingham was in the Mountain West as well.
He beat Caleb.
So Kyle Whittingham was in the Mountain West as well.
He beat Caleb though. I tell you what, he beat Caleb.
A lot of teams beat Caleb. Beat
his second year. I'm talking about the first season when we were hot. When we were hot, he beat us then. He beat us twice.
And our defense was bad.
Right.
Kalen DeBoer beat us with Washington.
He beat in 2021, he beat Oregon in the Pac-12 championship game 38-10.
Yeah.
And then what they do in the bowl game?
Y'all sleeping on him. Y'all sleeping on Whittingham.
They lost to Ohio State by 3 points.
Thank you, man. This dude can coach, man. Whittingham can coach.
With that
talent, he loses to Ohio State. Hold on, Chris. With that type of talent, he loses to Ohio State by 3 points. Really? Okay. That dude can coach, man.
And so, and all I'm saying is he was in the Mountain West as well, just like Urban Meyer was, and did last when he was at Utah. His win percentage with him being in the Mountain West, with not being in a well, it used to be Power 5, Power 4, with having seasons in the Mountain West, his win total is 668. Lincoln Riley's is 763.
You talking about in the Pac-12?
No, Lincoln Riley ain't played that many games already.
Let me ask you a question. Who's in the let's just take the past 5 seasons that Lincoln Riley's been at USC. Who's beat more ranked teams, Riley or Whittingham?
Again, but you're doing what they're doing. You're doing
no. I'm doing a comparison over the past 5 seasons.
Okay, so what you're doing is what have you done me lately? What we're saying, they're not looking at the totality of the work. You're proving our point of what we're saying.
Y'all asking about Lincoln Riley. He's 90-28 with a 76% winning percentage.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
He was at Oklahoma. He won 4 Big 12 championships with 3 playoff appearances, which is more than Kyle Whittingham. And Kyle Whittingham has double the amount of games.
And don't forget his Heisman. Don't forget his Heisman.
Again, who's won more ranked? Who's beat more ranked opponents in the past 5 seasons, Riley or Whittingham?
So what you're doing is doing what Leon was talking about.
I'm giving a comparison. I'm giving a comparison over the past 5 seasons.
What have you done? What have you done for me lately? Not the total.
Do you call 5 seasons lately? Do you call 5 seasons lately? 5 years?
Yes.
And
I'm sure Leon's looking it up.
Job the ref. We were true. The ref did. They did catches.
Career-wise, Kyle Whittingham has 23 career wins against top 25. Lincoln Riley has 9.
Come on, man.
But hold on. If you're doing career for career, Lincoln Riley's been to the playoff, has 4 championships versus 2 and 3 playoff appearances.
But he's not. He's doing like they're doing. He want to look at the last 5 years.
No,
what have you done?
I gave an amount of time. I gave a year, a time frame. Time frame. I gave a time frame that we could compare the two together. That's what I did. I didn't say, well, hey, look at 2 years for Riley and look at 5 years for Whittingham. I said, no, let's do a comparison. Time frame 5 for 5. Right. Who's beat more ranked teams?
But in the last 5 years, Kyle Whittingham has won 9.
But what you compare?
Hold on, Chris. What you say, Leon?
In the last 5 years, Kyle Whittingham has won 9 games against the top 25. Lincoln Riley has won 7 such victories. 7 to 9.
Top
25. He said 9 to 7.
9 to 7.
Hey, who won the Big 12 championship last year? Was it BYU?
I think so.
So Kyle Whittingham did not win the Big 12 championship.
Oh, Big 12.
Big 12.
Yeah.
Texas
So
Tech.
who won the Big
Hey,
12
Leon,
last
you
year?
got a video playing behind you? Texas Tech.
Okay, so Utah did not win the Big 12 championship.
No, they didn't. Texas Tech won it.
No.
So where's the momentum for Winningham? Is it just the potential for him being on Michigan?
Well, last year he went 10-2. The year before that, I think he went 7-5. So he went 7-5, then 10-2, and then got the Michigan job. I don't know why he got it, but
And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he's not a good coach. Definitely B Jinx, he's a dope coach. But I'm just saying top 10.
Yeah,
Compared to
he's
what's
not
on the
top.
list, though, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Compared
I
to
feel
what's
you.
on that list.
So
They got,
this is what I'm saying.
hey, what spot did they have Sark in?
6.
I thought it was like 7, maybe 6 or 7.
Sark?
think it was
Come
6.
on, really?
No, it was 6.
They got Sark at number 6?
Yep.
I think it's on potential.
So
Yeah,
here's
I
the
do.
thing. Here's the thing, and it's on what you're saying, Cardinal Bowl. It's on what Leon's saying. They're looking at potential, and they're looking at recently, and not total body of work. Even if we say look at the last 5 years, that's not looking at total body of work. That's looking at what have you done for me now lately. But even if you look at what you've done for me lately, Kalen DeBoer has had more success in the same conference that Whittingham was in the Pac-12, winning the Pac-12 championship, going to a national championship game, going to Alabama, going to the playoffs. So how is Whittingham ranked ahead of Kalen DeBoer? Like that's
I think that's a
Well,
solid.
I got a problem with Cincinnati being ranked number 1. Then you got to have a problem with Cincinnati being ranked number 1 if you got a problem with Kalen DeBoer not being ahead of Whittingham. You got to have one with Cincinnati.
Well, we were talking
Cincinnati
about
shouldn't be number 1.
Huh?
Go ahead, Leon.
Cincinnati should not be number 1.
Phone the late hits gave Utah 2 extra chances. I agree 100%. I agree 100%, man. I agree 100%. You know, they definitely took that first game from us, and we
let me put it like this. Let's put the question like this to everybody. Bring that top 12 back up, Leon, please, if you can, or whoever.
Yeah, he got to post it again.
I don't know if Leon can hear me.
You got it?
Yeah.
We'll let everybody go. I want to hear what everybody got to say.
We'll let Cardinal and Bo go first. Let Cardinal and Bo go first.
You see this top 12 list, right? You there, Cardinal?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, you see the top 12 list, right? USC say today something happened, something crazy happened. Lincoln Riley gone. We have an opportunity to bring any of these coaches on this top 12 list. Who's the first coach on your list you talking to? You going to get?
That's a damn good question.
And that answer right there probably should be who your number 1 coach on this. Who your number 1 coach should be.
Man, you know who I'm gonna pick?
Who?
I don't even know why. I mean, this is probably just off of the name and the bias.
Cardinal Gold. I think you and I got the same name. But go ahead.
wait, Leon. Let me say it might be different. Honestly, I'm going Kirby Smart.
Okay.
I was going to say the same thing. It should be Kirby Smart.
I just think, and like I said, I'm going off the perception. I'm going off of wins, style of the team, but I don't know every detail about Kirby Smart. But I do think if we had Kirby Smart, I think that defense would be nasty.
Oh yeah, it definitely would be nasty.
And I can hang with a nasty defense.
Hey, being Cardinal Gold, we're gonna be bailing out players every week.
Well, we'll worry about that. Just get them to the game on Saturday. Yeah. As long as they out by Friday night. Now
that's not a big margin though. Even though I'm saying Kirby Smart, it's not a big margin. There's some good names because I think Marcus Freeman would do good in LA.
I think so too.
Whoa. Y'all going too far.
Okay, we go too far. Let me rewind it back. All right, Leon, you go. I already asked. I already answered.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Leon. Go ahead.
You said Kirby Smart too, right?
I said Kirby Smart too.
My guy would be Marcus Freeman. I thought Carter Gold was gonna say Marcus Freeman.
I said it was a thin line. I said it was a
That's
thin
why
line.
he cut you off. That's why he said.
All right, I want to hear your case, Leon.
The case is, if you know, SC fans want a hard-nosed defensive coach, somebody who can have a disciplined team, and you look at the success Marcus Freeman has had, it's hard to argue he couldn't do the same thing at SC. And I'd argue, I think we got better players than Notre Dame. They just outplayed us. They just played harder. So and you guys like to run the ball too, man. Marcus Freeman in LA,
he can recruit well too.
Yeah,
he would have to. Just Chad there, baby. Chad there.
It was my turn.
Well, I thought you said Kirby. But
I said Kirby, but if I'm going off of experience and resume and championship, it would be Kirby. If I'm going off of look and fit in LA, I'm with Leon. I'm going to and Carter and Bo. I'm going to say Marcus Freeman. I just think he has a look to fit LA. I think he has that look to fit LA. Hold on, let's add somebody to the stage. Walter Clark, my man, welcome to the show.
What's going on, Walter?
How you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Great, buddy.
Listen, Cardinal and Gold. You're talking about we'd have a nasty defense if we had Kirby Smart. That defense has been slowing down recently. You know, they only had 20 sacks last season total.
Man. Well, what's the reason?
Huh?
What's the reason? Did a bunch of guys go to the NFL?
No, not the way they've been recruiting. They're not generating. If you listen to a lot of the SEC podcasts and stuff, especially about Georgia, they're not as fierce as they were the past couple of years.
Is it an NIL issue?
It is. A lot of people transfer, they can't hoard all their talent no more.
Exactly.
Who do you like, Walter?
Walter, who on this list? If USC had to hire a coach right now today, who would be your first pick on the list? If you can see,
you know who would probably get the job would be DeBoer because of his relationship with Jen Cohen.
But who would your first pick be?
My pick would be Freeman.
I agree. I agree 100%. I agree.
We need a little color.
Hey,
I'm not touching that one. I'm not touching that one.
If you guys like Marcus Freeman, man, like if everybody keeps talking about how they don't like Lincoln Riley on the sideline and he looks like he's not a fiery coach, Marcus Freeman, man, he's fiery. Remember, he be talking to some of them interviews. You know, sometimes you got to hold a little bit and let the referees call it. Like,
I think he has that look like young Pete Carroll had back in the day. I think he just has that, that aura about him. That that what do you call it? I'm losing my words that I want to use, but I think he just has that it factor about him. Yeah. I think he just has that it factor. He has that look that would fit right into Los Angeles and Trojan football. I do. I would pick Freeman.
Hey Leon, what's Marcus?
I'm about to upset y'all because I'm going with not with just what have you done for me now, but what have you done everywhere you've been? And you're talking someone who has a track history of doing less with more. If I have my choice, if something happened, the first person I'm calling, I'm going to Indiana. I'm going out to Cincinnati. I want a discipline. I want a disciplined team. Yeah, because I want a discipline. I don't like undisciplined football. I want a disciplined team, physical team, tough nose, and everybody gonna do their assignment. I mean, not just at Indiana, right? He's getting a lot of kudos. I know you don't think he should for what he's doing. Is because Indiana was the worst team in college football history before he got there. And what he did in one season, going to the playoffs next year, winning the national championship, what he did at James Madison, you know what I mean? He has that saving pedigree. If I have my choice on the list, if something happened, like I want Riley, I want to keep Riley, and I want Riley to succeed here. But what we talking about? Because I don't want people running off saying, "Oh, he said he wanted," you know how they'll do. What we're talking about, if you just got on, is the top 12 top coaches list that put out. We're just saying we was ranking them, and we're saying out of that 12, if you had to choose, who would you choose? And I would be going with Cignetti. Oh, we lost Walter, I think.
Hey,
no, I'm still here.
Yeah, he
Oh,
said.
okay.
Hey,
Yeah, he
hey,
said.
Chris.
Listen, Chris. You want Signetti, right? Do you think the people be happy with the way he practices? Because he
Well,
doesn't believe in contact in his practices.
It's
well,
winning. It's working.
it don't show on the field.
Uh-huh.
Whatever he's doing, working.
Yeah,
It don't
but
take
that
it on the
but
field.
that's all we've been hearing about from a lot of fans. Oh, Riley doesn't practice hard enough. There's no hitting and stuff like that.
Well, what if that's the case in Indiana, they not doing it. He proving that don't have that type of practice don't have to be done. He doing something.
Yeah, well, yeah. Did you see the article they did on him in the
Yeah, I
Athletic
remember he
last
said
year?
that. Here's the thing. Winning cures all.
Mm-hmm.
If he comes here, I don't care if he jumping off the moon and they in ballerina outfits at practice. If he winning, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. I couldn't sleep last night. So 2:00, they had the USC 30 for 30 on, right? And man, them 3 years while we were booming and all the rappers and actors, everybody on the sideline and all that was, hey, nobody had a problem with it. Once we lost that thing to Texas and it came out about the Ray Bush and all that, now everybody attacking Pete Carroll. Oh, he was too lax. He let too many people around his players. This and it. When you winning, they ain't gonna say nothing. When you
Right.
losing, they will. So if Signetti came and he went doing contact practices and he was winning, everybody they gonna sit back, say shut up, enjoy the ride, and let him do what he want to do.
That's
Hey,
correct.
hey, Chris.
You was about to ask me something?
Chris, what ranking for Indiana? What would they place in the Big Ten that you would consider a failure of a season?
After winning the national championship last year, losing to Corey James Madison, what are you saying? Like what are you saying that like he fell off or something, or
I'm saying if they placed fourth in the Big Ten at the end of the season, is that
can have a record? Because you can place fourth in the Big Ten with 2 or 3 losses. Look what we did last year, and that's not a bad season. You see what I mean?
I hear you, but what would you consider a failure of a season if he just ranks 5th, 6th? What if they ranked 7th in the Big Ten?
Yeah, that's a drastic fall off. So I'm gonna say it in terms of. Can I say it in terms of losses?
Yes,
because you can, like I said, you can rank 4th or 5th with 3 or 2 losses. Everybody beating everybody depending on who what.
True.
I was, what I'm saying, they undefeated 10-2. If they have a 7-win season next year, that's what I consider a failure and a big drop off.
It'd be jinx. Let's remember he said that.
Yeah.
So what Cardinal Bowe tried to do is he tried to say he think they're gonna have 7 wins and they're gonna fall off that big. That's basically what you're saying, right, Cardinal?
I'm saying that what they did was remarkable. I somewhat
you don't think it's sustainable.
Well, here's the thing: it hasn't been sustained. We haven't seen it.
I mean, we've seen it for 2 years. He's only been there 2 years.
Well, but last year he went 16-0. Okay,
you're right. That first year was successful.
Yeah,
they lost to Notre Dame, I believe.
Yeah, in the playoffs.
The next year they won the national championship.
Would you equate it to that LSU championship that Ed Ogeron won, Cardinal Bowl?
Oh, that's a tough one because
no.
That was lightning in the bottle. That was lightning in the bottle.
You know why? Because the year before that, LSU wasn't good, right?
That was the year before that.
That was only 1 year. That was actually 1 year. Then the year after that, they were pretty bad too. So,
but LSU is always going to get talent, though.
Right?
No, what I'm saying is it's different. Indiana has done it 2 years straight. LSU was 1 year.
Leon, what was their record? What was LSU record the year before they won that in 2019?
I disagree a bit, Chris, because yeah, you can have your ups and downs, but LSU overall is a better football program than Indiana. So there's always talent coming in and out. What Signetti did was not only lightning in a bottle, no one ever thought they would even happen.
You mean 2018 and 19 or 2019 and 20?
Well, they won it in 2019. They won in 2019, right?
Yeah.
That was going over into 2020. What did they do in 2018 going into 19? What did they do the year before the chip?
10-3.
That's a good season.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I think
same
with
players, right?
Yeah.
I think Ed Orgeron hit that lightning in the bottle with that offense when homeboy transferred over, and
Joe Burrow and those receivers.
Yeah, Joe Burrow.
Yeah, the receivers with that transfer. I think the stars aligned for one, because that's the only team where people say, "Well, what's the greatest offense of all time?" And I have to give them the nod. That LSU offense.
Wait a minute.
They had three straight. They had 3 straight good years. They went 9-4 in 2017 to 10-3 to 15-0.
Hold on. I heard that, Leon. Cotton and Bowl. Repeat that again.
If somebody comes to me and says, "What's the greatest offense of all time?" Initially, before that season, I would look at I think the 2004 offense we had.
Right.
But that LSU offense with the Jefferson and Chase, I mean, it was a cheat code, man. I might have to give it the nod. And my main point of saying that, B Jinx, is just to say that's the part that Coach O really hit the lightning in the bottle. They always have good teams.
What you're probably gauging it on is their professional careers. Let's just go college for college. Season.
No, well, we can look at the stats. They averaged let's look it up, because look at that offense. Joe Burrow with those wide receivers, I think they average like maybe.
Hold on, you saying our wide receiver with chopped liver? You saying our wide receivers? Hold on, Chris. You saying our wide receivers with chopped liver?
Oh, hell no, I didn't say that, Peach. Hell no.
Okay, well, what are you saying then?
But that's not apples to apples, though, because you looking at USC season when we were running pro style offense, and most teams was, to now in 2019, where LSU and everybody's running this spread attack where off is whole. So it's, if you're looking at stats, and like it's hard to put it there. The game of football had changed by 2019. But that is true. But one team you guys are forgetting, if you want to talk about stacked offenses, I mean, you cannot forget those Miami Hurricanes from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to look at professional career and college career, it's hard to stack up there with how many Hall of Famers and Pro Bowls and all that team was.
That's why I said, if we keep it on the college level, man, listen, I'm not putting any backfield over Reggie and Lindell.
He's talking about
any backfield.
But you guys are talking about individual players. If you go look it up, they say the 2019 LSU team had to. I mean, if you look at what they put up offensively, they put up big numbers every week. Jamar Chase put up 1,780 yards. Justin Jefferson put up 1,500 yards and 18 touchdowns. They had a running back that put up 1,400 yards.
Clyde,
I mean,
but he controlled the backfield by himself. Though we're talking about two backs that had to,
and they averaged 48.4 points per game and over almost 570 yards of total offense.
And our backs had to split the carries, though, man.
We're not talking about. It doesn't matter, B Jinx. It doesn't matter.
Hey, I hear you, B Jinx, but Leon, we're just going by the stats, man. That defense statistically is out of this world.
I'm not putting anybody above that squad with Lindell and Reggie on it, and Dwayne
Joe Burrow
Jarrett
threw
and
for
Steve Smith.
5,600 yards and 60 touchdowns.
How many?
6,000 total yards of offense that year.
Yeah, they put up big numbers.
And they faced some good defenses that they ripped apart.
I mean, them in Alabama was in a shootout.
Man, to be honest with you, they don't even have USC in the top 5.
I mean, but you got, like I'm saying, Leon, you got to think about it. We talking about 2005, 2004 pro style offense.
Errors. Yeah. 2019.
Yeah, where it's throwing, everybody running the spread, and it's a whole lot.
Everybody's
different.
running the spread now. Back in 03, 04,
Leon, you can't even touch wide receivers going across the middle no more. You know,
that's why I don't watch NFL no more, bro. It's not the same. I want to see Ryan Clark decleating people.
Right.
You can't see that no more.
Well, you got to have some healthy receivers, man. That's what you got to. They got to be able to come watch the players play. And if you got a player like Ryan Clark out there taking out the receivers every week, who the fans gonna come and watch? Who they gonna watch catch the ball?
I play defense. I want to see some hit. Hold on.
So they had to clean it up some, man. They had to clean it up some in order to.
Ryan Clark was a baby compared to Jack Tatum.
Ever in college football is?
What's that?
You want to know what my favorite player in college football is all time?
Who?
When I saw Quentin Coriat decleat somebody and break his jaw, and the dude was laying on the field and he couldn't get up. They call it the hit. I was a young boy watching. The dude came across the middle, Quentin Coriat, standing right there. Boom.
You saw something. Hey, you saw something similar to that when Taylor Mays hit the wide receiver from Penn State. What are you talking about?
No, Taylor Mays ain't break no jaws. Quentin Coriat broke the boy's jaw.
Hold on, who we got?
Night.
Who we got coming to the show? Who is this? J.A.?
What's good? What's good?
What's up with you, J.A.? How you doing?
In action, ain't he?
Yeah, he is.
Hey, man, brothers, I've been working, man. God's been good. I just take it one day at a time.
That's great, man. That's great.
And then I talked to Chris. Chris, you know your tickets is coming in mid next month. Hey, Leon, you coming in September?
Nah, October. I'm coming for the Ohio State game.
No,
yeah, but
coming in September. That's when they
your ticket to be there in September. Your ticket to be here in September.
Okay, awesome.
And I'll send them over. Hey, can we go back to that LSU USC point?
Go ahead.
Can y'all hear me?
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Leon.
There is no way.
Hey, look at Leon on the screen right now. He froze.
Oh, Leon.
There is no way you could be able to compare those two offenses. If you would have had that USC offense in today's time, oh my gosh.
I've been trying to tell them, man.
They would have averaged probably 60, 70 a game.
Especially with a player like Reggie, man, Cardinal and Bowl, man. I can't believe Cardinal and Bowl said that, man. Cardinal and Bowl, you there?
Yeah.
I know you still there.
Reggie, could you imagine what they would have done? Oh, dude. Reggie would have probably went for 5,000 yards in the season.
Right. Right. I can't believe Cardinal and Bowl said. Walter Clark, you still there?
I'm still here.
Let us hear your opinion on that, Walter Clark. You believe this blasphemy that Cardinal and Bowl is speaking?
Listen, like they said, it's two different eras. Okay,
true. I agree.
You're running two different offenses.
Okay.
Okay. But that I do have to end at LSU. They were putting up video game numbers, and it was ridiculous.
Yeah, add them back in. Hey, Leon, you had froze up. We had to take you off for a second. You had froze up.
Yeah, my computer took a dirt nap.
Okay.
Hey, Leon, it made you freeze with the strangest face. I was tickled. I was like, look at him. He up there froze making that face.
Hey, earlier today, you guys had a great question. You said, if we don't make the playoffs, what would be the reason? And I saw that, so I just want to add my 2 cents. And
go ahead.
I'm just gonna say a phrase, B Jinx.
What's that?
We got too cute.
Oh,
that's a good one.
They're talking about Notre Dame wide receiver passing the rain. That's what I think.
I'm saying if it's 3rd and 6 and we're running the ball well, we might get too cute.
Well, I said this, Cardinal and Bowl, and I do agree with you 100%. I think we need to run the ball more, even more than last season. But you have to remember, Lincoln Riley is a Heisman Trophy type coach. Yeah. And he's used to getting probably one every 3 years. And he hadn't had one. This will be coming up on the 3rd season since Caleb won his. And, I just think that he's going to try to get Jay Miava one.
B Jinx, I gotta go against you, man.
You gotta go against me. Go ahead. Go ahead and say your case, Walter Clark. Go ahead.
Because if you look at Riley at Oklahoma, he always ran the ball more than he passed it. And even in those Heisman Trophy years, when Kyler Murray's team was averaging 49 points a game, they still ran the ball more than they passed it.
But are you accounting for the fact that some of those runs were done by Kyler Murray? But some of those runs were done by Baker Mayfield. So of course they ran the ball more. That's because the quarterback was keeping the ball.
Yeah, but he wasn't going out there slinging up the ball 50, 60 times. That's what I'm saying.
Those two tailbacks he had, Mixon and the other one, Samaj Pinard.
Exactly.
They went for 1,000 each that 1 year.
Man, broke the single game record. Remember? I remember that game.
Yeah, they were like 400 or 500 yards or something like that, right?
And the quarterback still won a Heisman though, too, didn't he?
Yeah, the quarterback still won the Heisman, but Lincoln Riley wasn't forcing him to throw the ball around 50, 60 times a game.
Now,
to put
what
up
kept me
numbers.
wanting the Heisman was their ability to escape the pocket and pick up those tough yards when they need to pick up the tough yards. I think that Jay Maiava is going to be called on this season. I do think that Riley's going to want to run the ball. Don't get me wrong, but I think that in the biggest spots, I think that Maiava is going to be called on to keep that ball sometimes and get into the end zone, same way Caleb did. Now, he's not the playmaker that Caleb is. I don't want anybody to misquote me. He's not the playmaker that Caleb is, but he is a 6'4" kid that can stretch it over the goal line and get you 10 to 15 touchdowns on a season with his legs. He can do that.
Let's not forget this. Let's not forget this because we people always ask the question how many runs when he was at Oklahoma accounted for the quarterback. Mm-hmm. That's the staple of the Lincoln Riley offense is the zone read off the Trey counter. Mm-hmm. Look, right. So that's still a run call. It's a run call for either you to give it to the running back or you keep it. It's the zone read. So that's still a run call. Let's not forget also that J.D. Maiava, Leon, quote me, 24 pass touchdown, 6 rushing last year. And a few of them from 10 to 14 yards out. So when he decided to keep, and the ones he didn't score on when he kept it, I mean, he got us pivotal first downs on 4th and 1, running folks over like BG said. He is 6'4", so it's there. It's all about how you read the play and if you give it when you're supposed to give it or keeping it when you're supposed to keep it.
College
Exactly.
going to run the ball more this year too because if they're thinking about moving Tobias Raymond to center, they have more size on the line, bigger than my man. They gonna run the rock.
Yeah,
you got them two dogs in the backfield, and then you got them 2 young bulls. They gonna run the rock this year. You better believe that.
So the other thing I like about Maiava, I think he extends plays better than both Justin Sayin and Dante Moore.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that's a good thing. Yeah.
So B, I think the better, not the better question. Your question was good, but I think the more approach to look at this is not about is he's going to run the ball or continue to run the ball. When and what Cardinal Bowl is saying about not being cute. If you look at the times where you say he was being cute, guess what was happening, right? We were unsuccessful running the ball. We were struggling to run the ball. And as an air raid coach, you're going to convert back to what you know when you're not having any success to run the ball. So when we got to those teams, we understand the offensive line was injured and all that. But the fact is, no holes can be opened up. We couldn't run the ball. We couldn't sustain drives. So the question, I think, really what's being asked is that even in the games where we're not having success, we're going to have success this year. We're putting in. But if a game come down to, especially no big games, and our run is stifled, we can't get nothing going on the ground. As some games we've seen last year, is he going to get cute and revert to the trick play and all that to try to get something going?
Yeah,
you seen it against. But here's the thing too, and I don't think many people noticed it, and I would say it every week last year. B, you remember, we averaged 1 trick play every game. Go back and look at it. We had some type of trick play, which was a counter to something else that we was doing that game all game. I mean, we did it against Oregon. We did it against Notre Dame. We did it against Illinois. You know what I'm saying?
We did it against TCU on the goal line.
Yeah. So
that's what I didn't understand.
If you go back and look at every game, we pulled out a trick play. You know what I'm saying? Right. Outside of what you call the preseason game. You know what I'm saying? Right. Something different. So I think what Cardinal Bowl is saying when it gets down to it, it gets crunch time, right? And are we going to panic and get cute? But what I'm saying is the times that we did get cute, that what was going on. We couldn't sustain anything offensively. No holes was being opened up. The run game was stifled. You know them whole games, and we needed some type of momentum. We needed to take some type of shot.
Well, what would be a better wording to that? Would you say it would be desperation as opposed to getting cute? From the way you're describing it?
Yeah.
Is it desperation more so than anything?
Yep.
No, I think it's just trying to change your pace. Also, you're countering what you normally do.
I think Lincoln Riley gets a little too cocky sometimes.
This question that came
he can run anything.
That's why I disagree because I wouldn't call it cocky. Cocky is when you're up 14, 17 points and you're doing it. You know, what B is saying, desperation is when you can't get nothing going and you can't sustain anything offensively. You can't open up any holes. You can't run. And and let's not forget, what's on the other side of your team, right? That if we don't score and we don't keep up scoring, that shows I don't have the confidence that this defense is gonna make a stop.
Shout out to B Jones from like the torch. Shout out to B Jones from like the torch. We'll finish off on this question right here, and I want everybody to respond to it before we get out of here. He says, "Are we better off with O'Connor, Raymond, Page on the left side, or Raymond and Treater and Page? Offensive line. We talk about the offensive line.
What is the first part of that? What is a linchpin?
He said, I still think O'Connor is the linchpin for that offensive line. Are we better off with O'Connor, Raymond, and Page on the left side, or Raymond, Treater, and Page on that left side? Which one? Walter Clark, you go first.
I still like O'Connor at center because I think he's playing. He's played it. And I like the left side with Page, Raymond, and O'Connor in the middle. Although, the other thing I would do is I'm a big fan of Icona. I think he should be right tackle.
It is a tough one. Cardinal and Bo, you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. Linchpin is, essential player. I think, Page on that left side, man, we just need him healthy all season, man. Let's just knock on wood for that, man. He was so in and out last year. I think a lot of people forget that. The offensive line coach, Hansen, I believe, man, I think he's on the same level as Gary Patterson, man. He has to work that he has the depth this year. And if he can maneuver, and really get that set going, man, that's where it's going to come down to. So, I mean, I agree with what he's saying, but I just look at it as whoever the center is, man, at least they could be healthy. Man, because you look at the Illinois game, I think our center came out in the middle of the game. He was hurt.
Yeah, that was Reed.
Yeah, he was a backup. He was backing up. What's the name? Because he had got injured.
And those are the little small things. So. Definitely, I think our offensive line coach has a lot of he has a great opportunity to be just like Gary P. be a deciding factor for us to get to the playoffs. So,
J.A., your opinion on the same question?
I'm gonna go. I like Raymond. I like the size in the middle. I mean, that's just me. I know that's not what the question is, but it's like, and then
yeah, that's the question. That's the question.
Okay, yeah. I guess you would put Trader in the guard slot, but to me, the guard spot at that point is going to be up for grabs. Because Page is going to be the left tackle. So it's kind of like, who, what, in what situation and what pairings work the best for who works best between Page and between Raymond. So I'm not guaranteeing Trader a position. I'm trying to see who's going to be the best pairing.
Now, we were saying they were looking at Tobias Raymond at center, right? As opposed to O'Connor.
Correct.
I like the size, man. I like that big offensive line. If you look back in the day during the Carroll years, we had some size at offensive line, opening up those holes.
Yeah, we had Ryan Khalil in the middle,
Yeah. We had some size on offensive line. I like that. I like the size. I would say put Raymond at the center, and then on the left side, you got your Treater and your Page. I understand O'Connor has the experience, and Raymond will be somewhat kind of similar to who's that offensive lineman we kept moving around a couple years ago. I can't remember his name.
Dedich.
Dedich.
So. And he wasn't that good at center. Believe me.
No, it was Monheim. I'm thinking about Monheim. I'm thinking about Monheim. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, Monheim. So I understand this will be an experiment with Raymond, Tobias Raymond at center, but I say give it a shot, man. I want to see that size up front. Chris?
Go ahead, Leon. You can go first because I'm going to close this out.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Leon. Leon, go ahead, Leon.
I'm gonna go Page, Treater, Raymond, Noah, and Justin T.
So
I
you going
remember
big.
I'm
going
going
across,
extremely
yeah.
big. If somebody wants Justin T's spot, they got to try to take it from him. I remember what we've seen from Elijah Page from when he started in his progression. I expect Justin T started as a freshman. So we know he's going to take a jump. The biggest jump is from your freshman to your sophomore year. So I know he's going to take a jump. So I want to see that big lineup game one. Let's see what we're looking like. Let's run a rock.
I'm going to echo that. My only concern is I will go big too, right? There's a reason that we've been recruiting offensive linemen. There's a reason they moved to the center. During the spring pressures and all that, that was one of the issues that the officer Hansen wanted to do, right? He said last year we did good at covering people up. This year we got to get a lot better on actually move somebody and pushing them to the ground, finishing blocks that they want to get bigger. O'Connor, he played well, but every year being in the trenches, it just seems he's too small. He's getting injured, and we got to have that consistency. There's a lot of times that Jaden Maiva was getting pressure right up the middle, and if you look at Jaden Maiva's play, and when you have someone else head scratching, why would you do that? Throw the ball backwards or force something. It's when pressure comes immediately right up the middle, right? Got to sew that up. My only concern with going to that bigger line is that if we move Raymond from the guard, that guard spot is so important to the Lincoln Riley offense because of how much he pulls that guard and tackle, right? So if we move Raymond at center, whoever that starting left guard is going to have to bring it. They're going to have to be athletic enough to pull, get out, block in space, because he pulls that guard and tackle so much. But me, I'm with you, Leon. I want to see it. Bring out the beef. Leon, you're the historian. You got a little, and you're a little bit older than me. What was the Redskins back in the day offensive line called? The big boys that was their offensive line?
The Hogs.
The Hogs, yeah. Hey, bring out the Hogs, man.
Hey,
guy.
Those Hogs couldn't handle that Raiders '83 Super Bowl. I'll tell you that.
Do you know what? If we go with the line that you're talking about, it would average 6'6", 326.
Yes. Hey, and imagine Waymo. Imagine Waymo hiding behind them.
And then just jump cutting and run it out. Yeah, Cardinal. They won't even be able to see him.
A quick trivial question for everybody on the panel. What offensive line like that and running back gave us fits back in the day?
Oh, I know.
Who?
Jacquizz Rodgers.
Yeah, we couldn't see him until he was 5-6 yards down the field.
It's Oregon State.
Against Oregon State. Yeah, we couldn't see Jacquizz behind that big offensive line until he was like 5 or 6 yards down the field. And then it's like trying to catch a little joystick.
Because he already hit that gear. He hit that gear.
He had already hit the gear. Hey, cost us a national championship game.
Man, he was hitting so hard. He was at he was at the second level. He was only meeting safeties. He wasn't even seeing linebackers, bro.
That was crazy.
But Walter Clark, man, that's a big offensive line, man.
Yeah.
That's why Leon over there licking his chops, smiling. That's a big offensive line.
One thing I gotta add. That's if we move by Connor to right tackle.
Oh, okay.
Is Brett Colajay projected as a guard or a center? I thought he was projected as a guard.
I did too.
Yeah, he's a guard. He's a guard.
Okay.
They were working him at center also.
All right.
Yeah, but Cannon Smith is going to be your center.
Yeah, hey, B. Jinx, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me drop Leon off real quick. He got to go. Leon, you need to shout out anything before you get out of here?
Oh man, just again, man, thanks B. Jinx and Chris for letting me come on the show, man. Wrap it up with y'all. Talked about football, USC, man. Appreciate it so much, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, man.
Appreciate that love, man. All right, Leon, we'll get at you. All right.
All right, peace, man. Y'all take it easy.
Right on. All right, Carden Boy, go ahead.
Okay, quick question. This is for everybody. So earlier, you guys asked the question: if we don't make the playoffs, right, what would be the reason? So I'm just gonna put this on the wall, and I want to get y'all opinion.
how big is special teams in that scenario for this year?
It's big, right? So, I mean, our question, it was only, you can only get one. You know, it was only like one answer. But I don't think, to me, special team is not the biggest. What would be the reason? Riley getting cute is not going to be the reason. It's what B said earlier. What's always the Achilles heel?
Defensive line.
Defensive line. Stop the run.
Yeah. So if our defense don't take that next step and our defense don't get better and our defense can't get off the field and stop nobody, that's going to be the reason. But we all feel good about what GP doing and the players we got. We expect the defense to be a lot better and doing a lot of different things. We're gonna see, you know, week 0. We're gonna see when season start. So, but that I'm with B. That's my main thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm big on defense, but I also need to see him. I need to see some explosiveness out of the special teams. Yeah, we've had too many great players, too much great talent come out there to not. When's the last time we even had a return for a tug?
It was
Zachariah Branch against San Jose State.
Branch.
Against San Jose State.
Yeah, that was
But I mean, that's like okay, but against a premier team. You know, like I need to see our return game step up, and then you know, us stopping them on returns too, because that's what killed the momentum of I think 2 or 3 games last year, especially that Notre Dame game.
Notre Dame and Oregon.
Yeah, so you know it plays in the field.
That's a good segue. That's a good segue. When you guys over the weekend, once we get off this, make sure you guys go to our page. We have a breakdown on our special teams coordinator, his schemes and philosophy and what he likes to do. Got some film on there for you, so check it out. You can see kind of what you should expect coming up this year out of our special teams. With Mike Eckler.
Awesome.
Well, fellas, we're at the 2-hour mark. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up for this week. Before we get out of here, man, I'd like to thank everybody that stopped by the channel. Of course, always our weekly resident Leon, but our day ones that come in here every weekend and you know, just show, you know, the support for us. When you talk about Carden and Bo, Walter Clark, and J.A., you know, don't be no stranger, man. Keep coming back and showing that support. We need, you know, callers like you guys calling in to help, you know, spread the word about 4th and 9, and we appreciate all the support that we've gotten from you guys over this short period of time. So before we get out of here, J.A., you got anything you want to plug?
Man, I appreciate you, brothers. I know I got the loop for a little bit, just super busy. But man, you guys got an awesome channel. Congratulations on the 300 plus and keep on growing. Everybody keep sharing, subscribing, lock in with these brothers and fight on.
Appreciate you, J.A. Appreciate you. Walter Clark, man, you got anything you wanna plug before we get out of here?
Not to plug, but I just appreciate you guys because you guys know what you're talking about. I listen to a lot of these shows about SC, and they have no idea about this team whatsoever. So I just want to say that, and also watch Jar Jarrett this year.
Josh Jarrett, I like that.
Pick six. All right. I got
Carden,
go ahead,
you got anything?
Hey man, just keep up the good work, and we're only about 50 days out, man. I'm hyped, man. About 50 days of this month to fly by. It's summertime. Next thing you know, we'll be getting ready for the fall.
Well, yeah, most definitely. Not long at all.
A couple shout outs and close us out. First, one of our day oneers for the show. We call her, you know, Baby T. She goes by Baby T. That's Baby T on Instagram too. But she just got a certification for leadership from USC. She bid all the games, man. Football, basketball, women's basketball, all of it. She finished her leadership program, and now she's a lieutenant at the Santa Monica Police Department. So shout out to you, Baby T, and congratulations. Also,
shout out to Baby T.
Yeah. Also, Bryson Shaw has a new app out, man. It's wonderful. I'm on it. I put it in the chat right there, but it's if you go to the Patreon app, so TRONAPP, the patronapp.com. You can get it, man. It's a sports journal, so it's kind of like Instagram, but what you do on there is you post a picture of whatever game you went to in there, and you can say the score, your team's blase, and it basically keep it for you, and you can follow other people and all the games and stuff they're going with. Man, it's a beautiful app, man. I love it. I went through my phone finding all the games I've been to. I'm talking even from the Alabama USC beat down and put it on there that I was at. So hey, I was just like, man, but it got all your stuff, man, in one thing, man. So support Bryson Shaw, man. Y'all check that out. But man, we're gonna get out of here, man. We've been on over 2 hours.
Yeah.
We definitely appreciate everybody, man. Thank you for all your support. Like, subscribe, comments, man. Keep it going. As always, Trojan family.
Right on.
Oh,
Right on.